Go. What's up, Cliff? That time, my man. Man, y'all hit that like button and share it out if you can. Well, let's see. We're probably well over our goal for the year. I'll try to flip you around here. Here's a round of, I think there's 24 in here. Let me do a few things here real quick. There we go. Turn that off, get that going. Yeah, that's it. So what we're doing today is I've got, my YouTube notification is a turkey yelping because I'm always in the woods. And I don't want to spook the turkey, so, you know. That's pretty pristine product here. Today we're just bucking, we're just getting it off the main stock, and then my girls will come in and they'll fix up real nice and pretty. I have to kind of do it this way simply because I have to weigh all the stock. I have to weigh the plant, then I have to take off the stock, weigh it, and I have to take off the trim, weigh it, and then I have to weigh the flour. So it's always a thing. Definitely not like growing for yourself at home. It's part of it. Cheers, cookies. Let's trim this mud swat. Man, thanks y'all for coming in. Please, if you get a second, share this out. Hit that thumbs up. Try to get a crowd in today. I'm not going to stream for very long. It won't take me very long to get these 30 plants doing. Charles Robinson is doing pretty good. It's all done. I harvested the last couple of plants about a week and a half ago. And they're in the, I like to build these. Well, I got you here, that's what you do is you get you a tote. Excuse me. Doesn't have to be the big 40-gallon tote like Yeti uses. It could be a 10-gallon, a 2-gallon, a 3-gallon tote. But you buy you one of these, you can get them on Amazon. They're about $2.50 a piece. It's just a temperature and humidity gauge. And you just cut you a hole in the top of the lid. And then inside here, which I haven't done yet, you get window sealer or trim. Window sealer has the sticky back on it. You seal these up. then you got yourself a cure humidor, pretty much is what you got yourself in. And that's kind of how we store the bulk of our product. And like I said, then the girls come in and they take care of everything. Anyways, here's the mac and cream. We got a ton of it. Anyways, we're not fine trimming cannabis today. We're basically just getting it bucked off. And into toast so that we can start our cure process. I like to go into the toast. If you use are very expensive, so I don't. I use the tortilla method. I just put 4 or 5 flour tortillas in here, and it brings the product right where it needs to be. And then I can start monitoring it a little better. So I'll keep it in the tote for 3 to 4 weeks while we're trimming it out and getting product ready for testing and getting all of our weights accurate. It's a long, complicated process for me. It's not just something that it's not something that you just jump into. It's not like at home where you harvest your 10 plants or whatever, and you're like, oh man, I'm trimming probably 40 or 50 plants a week for the last 4 weeks straight. So for me, this is kind of just become flour tortillas, the white flour tortillas. Just try it. Go get you a pack. Whatever you're curing in, and just, if you got some bud that's starting to dry out too fast, go ahead and some guys use 5-gallon buckets with the seal lids. Some girls use, everybody does stuff different. But Yeti uses a flour tortilla. They're cheap, they're inexpensive. I have to change them out about every 3 days. Like I said, they're cheap and inexpensive. By the time I buy a humidity pack, the biggest size they make, for 60 totes at 40 gallons a tote, I had done spent $3,000 or $4,000. So I can't be doing that. I have to go with the old school grow methods. Just kind of the way I did. How's everybody doing today? Cookies, how are you? So basically what I'm doing, everybody, is I'm just coming through and I'm just knocking these flowers off. Can't see me? I know. I know that much, what? Oh, you want to see what I'm doing? Okay, give me 1 minute. I'll turn one of the 1,000 waters on. That a little better, maybe? Yeah, I'm a vampire. No, I'm just kidding. Squirrel's World, thank you for coming in. Wild Bill, thank you for being here. Cookies. You guys are awesome. Gals are awesome. But really, the truth is, I got to get this room empty so I can fill it up again. Just as a repetitive process, over and over and over and over and over. I got these They weren't very big bushes. These were only 4-month-old clones I grew outside. And man, they got some fire nubs. Probably going to be some of the best stuff of the season, and probably what I'll be entering in the outdoor cups here in Oklahoma as well. I managed to take and breed a few of these, so we'll have plenty of seed in stock of the mac and cream here soon. Not going to say when. And we basically just cut the branch down to, you know, this. We toss it. Cheers, GG. So we just, you know, we're just kind of lobbing it off. And then we'll let the girls fine tune it. Not a real refining process. We're not looking for that right now. I'm just trying to get the product into totes and then into the other processing building where the girls can handle it from there. Pretty simple. Try to get all the limb we can, all the stalk off we can. That way we can get our proper measurements for our reports. But we're not going crazy. We're not just trimming it back and down. Just kind of reach it in there. Funny, you spend all this time growing this bush. Everything in the world wants to kill it, including social media. And then you end up, you know, basically harvesting it. And yeah, so there you go. Spend all this time and work and effort trying to keep it alive and make it beautiful, make it as healthy as you can, so you can, you know, even your own personal vices that you have with your product, your medicine, how you like to cure it, how you like to trim it, all that stuff. It's going to be messy in here. Here's a nice big cola. Little popcorn buzz all over it. Well, I say popcorn. We'll say popcorn. It's a little bigger. I keep getting these jumping spiders. Little sons of bitches. That was the biggest problem I had this year. Was the damn jumping spiders. Get into the flower, and they make a little home. Well, let's trim this one back. It looks like it might be worthy of looking at. Like I said, just a rough trim. Nothing fancy. Just to see what we're dealing with. About every 5th plant I'll do this to. Just to make sure that there was no mold or bud rot or anything I missed when I hung it. And this bud here looks really nice. So, oh man, it smells so good. Let's see, we have had not a very good September. It hasn't rained at all here for a month. So that's a lot of extra work for Yeti. It doesn't rain. You can see I'm just working that bud off there, taking the top. I have my apprentices do amazing fine detailing of the cannabis. Man, this is Gigi. She's got some whoppers. Man, she is killing it. I hope she gets enough time in, Gigi, to get where she needs to get them to be, because they are fabulous. That CBD plant, man, that people knock CBD, man, but that is good medicine. Yeti's a hardcore, I medicate hardcore. I mean, I probably eat 400 or 500 milligrams of THC a night to sleep, and I easily smoke 5 to 10 doobies a day, along with bowls and hash and concentrates and everything else to keep myself going insane. And even when I smoke CBD, I can feel a complete difference, man. I have some Louis Vuitton CBD here, but I'm in the middle of my breakdown here. You can see I've got my mother rooms broke down right now. I got my lights pulled up all the way. I have no flower in here growing. All the lights are fixing to come out of here. Everything's fixing to come out of this room. We're fixing to move this across town, and we're going to open this up as our dispensary on other land that we have. So right now I'm in the process of taking what was our processing building, turning it into a grow building. So I'm vinyling walls with white vinyl. I'm taping floors and blacking windows out, and putting new security systems in, running new cameras, blah, 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 all the stuff they don't tell you about when you get into this business commercially, even though it's all there in fine print. The people around you, because man, when you pull up stakes like I have, and you move to a whole nother state, people don't just invite you in, y'all. It's not just a thing. Hey, it's Yeti, he's cool. No, I've gotten all kinds of shit in here, but I've also got some of the best hospitality in the world here in my life, and I couldn't be more thankful for my partners, my helpers, my family, my crew. They just stuck by me and coached me on and keep telling me to just keep going. And that's what I've been doing, man. Don't let nobody tell you you can't. And then I just kind of go through here. Some of that stuff is on the bottom. I'll knock it out. Hey, let's reach in here and see this. Here's a nice little nug. Do that. And I'll turn it on a fan. Let it slide. Be safe, cookies. Mr. Ben Inlots. Sir. Legendary. You're just a little side bud. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful flower. I know. The thing is, Mud Swat, is those are 1,000-watt lights, and every time I flip one on, the bill jumps up. I'm just kidding. Okay. Mrs. Yeti's doing awesome. Mrs. Yeti is probably at about 95%, Mr. Ben. She's killing it. She's doing great. I think she has one last little checkup. And yeah. Just go through there like that. Snippity snip snap, done. Nothing fancy to it. And I'll tell you why, because all this bottom stuff, this is hash, concentrates, Fico oil, all the goodies It comes from the bottom of the plant. We like to use, of course, for those types of things. And if we pull off a really nice plant, sometimes we'll blast it off. We'll press it or we'll make something special with it. Right now, we're just in the process of processing this, getting it in the totes, and yeah, getting the tortilla shells in there. Uh-oh, I lost one. How's everything going, Mudslide? How's I'll tell you what I need some freaking rain, man. It's supposed to rain tonight. I've been hearing that for a couple of days now. Not to get heavy. Oh yeah, man. I hear that. Hell, I'm still moving. I still got stuff. I'm still moving. I got shit scattered across 2 states. Let's grab this bush. Real fast. Ready? And done. Like I said, we're just getting the bulk of this off. We call it bucking. That's what I call it. Bucking the buds off the branch. Getting them in the totes. Oh! This is going to be a mess. That's okay. All this that's going on the floor, this just goes into the burn pile. Well, actually, it has to be weighed. We'll weigh it. It'll go on a trim chart. Basically, start with a batch of plants, creating a chart, a tracking and trim chart is what I call it. You have to weigh all the stock, like I said, and all the bud, and blah, 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 blue, 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 blue. Pause for station identification. Gigi, still on here? Good thing is, these girls came in here last 2 weeks ago, and they, by God, scrubbed this room. Down with Comet and vinegar. Good sterilization. Man, that was a doozy. That filled it up. There you go, one Totes McGee. Basically, just switch the lid, snap on the lid. Awesome. That's what. Ben is he's from Upper Michigan. He's been out to the farm a couple times. Well, once. We hooked up at one of the cannabis fests in Oklahoma last year with a few of our other YouTube like-minded friends. And man, he's just an amazing guy. He's full of life. And super guy, man. I couldn't be more blessed to know a more awesome fellow. Oh, man down. Actually, weed kitty down. It's not a bad day when you fill up 3 or 4 40-gallon totes of flour. I'm just saying. A lot of doubters out there, a lot of haters. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. I'm doing my thing. Deer season opens Friday. I'm going to go out and do that. I might go tonight to sit, see what I can't see. Maybe try to do a little bit of turkey calling. See what happens. Maybe shoot the footage. Maybe I can get a coyote or a bobcat run across the field out here. Yeah, I'm going to try, Ben, I'm going to try for the Cowboy Cup. I'm going to try to enter it for outdoor. Probably a couple categories. If I can afford the entry fee and get a booth and all that. Because my dispensary should be launching about this. Or the company. The company's dispensary, excuse me. Not mine. Partly mine. Oh, dang, I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 more plants to go. So if I get some free time this winter, I'm going to come up to Michigan. 2 reasons. 1, to see some kinfolk. 2, to go see Mr. Ben in-laws. Rachel, my wife, Mrs. Getty, she wants to go to Maine, and I want to too. And if we do that, we'll have to stop in. See you, Ben. We'll be trying to get to Maine to go see Mr. Doughboy 356, I think. Maybe this winter, I'm hoping. We talked about it. We're saving money. So. I don't like you. Cross me issue. Yeah, there. Little bit. Oh. Oh, her neck's good. She's doing amazing. I've never seen somebody that could recover so quickly from surgery. Yeah, I mean, that doctor she had, Dr. Blankenship, out of Fayetteville, Arkansas, man, that guy's mad genius. So I'm already looking at my gauge over here where I had it in my tote. I'm at 44%, so I need to stay at like 51, 52% where I like to keep them. So when I get this product next door, I will be definitely adding a couple of flour tortilla shells to this product. Just give it a little bit of life. And then once it hits that mark, it'll pretty much stay there until I allow it to breathe a little bit. And then of course I won't do that until we're absolutely ready to finish product and have it tested and go on the shelf. Awesome. Cheers, Ben. I'm in the facility, so I can't smoke, or else I'd have one with you, man. Man, I hope I brought enough totes. My partner's bought me a buttload of totes. They brought me like 40 or 50 totes. I done filled them all up. And, you know, like I said, I'm trying to empty out this room so that I can hang more trees in here. Because the next round, they are trees. I have to just be hanging up branches that are going to go from the floor to the ceiling. Haven't quite figured that one out yet. I did a couple of Yeti train wrecks that were 9 and 10 foot tall. That was a chore. I mean, second one filled up. Still got 8 or 9 plants to go. Grab another tote. This plant here, this plant will probably finish them off. You know, the main aspect, the reason I grow, one of the main reasons I grow, not only is it stress relieving, and, you know, gardening is just a natural way to get in contact with the earth and with yourself spiritually. You know, you reap a reward from your hard work. But I do this for my people that need medicine. You know what I did? I don't think I have another bed for that one. It's next door. That's okay. That's okay. We got more totes. We got more plants. Like I was saying, do this because I love it. I'm not doing this so I can make millions of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Maybe a couple $1,000. You know, besides what a normal person brings home in a year. It'd be nice to be able to go on a vacation without having to hop the farm to do it. It'd be nice to be able to not have to worry about going to the auto parts store if I can afford the part or whatever it is for the day, whatever life's throwing at you that day. That's really all I'm after. A little tranquility and peace. I'm not out to be no special person, just a person. And my other goal is to help people understand the basis of cannabis. Why I do it, the basis why I do it. Everybody has their own reasons. Some people like to just get ripped, and that's awesome. I love getting ripped. Some people use it because they have to, and they don't want to, but it helps them, so they do it. Because everything else they work doesn't work. Everything else they try doesn't work. Easy. I grew up most of my whole life doing this. Right here, every summer. Sitting around with kinfolk, trimming bushes. It's just in my blood. Just like lots of other stuff, just like everybody else. Some of us are good at writing, and some of us are good at music. Some of us are good at just being good. That's good. Oh, come here, you big sucker. Woo! I knew it was going to be kind of a lot of this. No, I'm not using. That's right, absolutely, Ben. No, I'm not using regular trim scissors. These are a special pair Yeti's had for probably about 10 years now. And I don't part with them. They don't come out of my pockets. These ones got miles on them. Many, many miles to go. That's usually a sign that when you're cutting the stem like that, it doesn't just want to cut straight through and snap. It's usually a sign that they're still a little, but it's pretty brittle. It's time. I mean, it's been hanging for 9 days in a a climate controlled room with the humidifiers going and all that stuff. So I mean, it's ready. I tell you what gets old. What gets old is this shit. So now I gotta weigh that. What? Every fucking stock. Oh, did I fail to mention that you gotta weigh the plant when it's wet too? So Yeti grows the plant, and then Yeti harvests the plant, and then Yeti weighs the plant while it's still wet, all the trim. Well, first I just weigh the plant, and then I cut off all the stalk, and I weigh it. Depending on the strain. Some strains you can just hang right up, or I do. Some strains you want to take a little more care and delicacy to. But you can pretty much, there's a ratio that you can use that allows you to determine how much, close to how much product you're going to take down wet and how much product you're going to take down when it's dry. Yeah, see, look here. I just cut that branch off. Damn jumping spider just come running up out of there. Come here, dude. Come here. Come here. No orange, dude. Come here. Come here. Yeah. Look. Jumping spider. That's the only problem I've really had this year. Them dudes. They love cannabis. Crazy. Oh man. These girls are gonna love me this week. They need to work. Woo! Well, 3 more plants. Looking like maybe we'll get. Well, I don't know. Right there. Man, the gym right here. Almost. Okay. Couple more bushes. And yes, by the end of it, by the time I've got this plant ready to go into cure jars, I have done weighed everything 50 times and have collected numbers that are beyond imagination so that the state can do whatever it is they do with the numbers. Benny Lab, thanks for coming in, man. Try to have a relaxed, easy day, man. Don't work too hard. I appreciate you. All right. That was that one. What a mess, Yeti. Oh, Lordy. Come on, get in there. It's a bad problem when you can't get all your butt in your toes. Man, I think the patients of Oklahoma are going to love this. There you go. Well, thank you, Benny. I just try to be me, man. Just good old Yeti. I am going to start launching a seed bank company probably around the beginning of January. I'm just waiting on a few more little licenses to come in, pretty much to a degree. Once that paperwork's been filed, then I'll have the ability to sell in-house to Oklahoma patients and or commercial growers of Oklahoma if they're interested. We've got some pretty genetics going on so far for our first season. 5 years down the road. Okay, Benny. If you need to reach out to me, you can find me on Instagram at Yeti419. It's one of the best ways to message me. I always respond, everybody. If you comment in my video, I answer back. I'm not one of those guys that, oh, I'm too cool to answer back, man. I love talking to people. I love picking people's brains. I love getting advice and giving advice and making suggestions. That's what the cannabis community is about. Helping each other, help each other. Nice, man. Me too. Okay, everybody. I'm going to be right back. You know what? Floor in here is pretty clean. And I'm going to go ahead and add this to the weight pile for the trim box. Doesn't have to be too clean because I'm just going to bring another group of plants right in here this evening to hang. We've got some weather moving in. I'm kind of scared. About, I haven't had any bud rot issues or white powder mildew issues or anything like that yet. Had two plants, little bitty plants. Little bitty, they were 4 foot tall. They have been hanging on the ground. And I didn't notice it. Then I did notice it. And I went over there and checked them. And of course, they started to have the remnant beginnings of the white powdery mildew. Well, I just knocked them back with the Pure Crop One, gave them a good spraying, got up the next morning and checked, white powdery mildew was gone. So I'm a firm believer in the Pure Crop One, y'all. If you're going to use Pure Crop One, start your plants on it. Don't just use it in flower. Don't just use it, on just for beds. Use it all the way through, from seedling to flower last maybe a day or two before flower. You can use Pure Crop One up to the very last day of harvest. Amazing product. I'm not going to go into the science about it, but it's nanotechnology, slipstream technology, and I'm kind of crazy about it. I think they did a really good job making it the way they did. And there you go. We got one. Let's see, today, since we're just mediocre, we got, which I need to get a look for, we got one full tote. And by full, I mean it's full. Oh, and it smells so good. We got a secondary tote. There we go. Oh. And then we filled up 2 of these blue ones. These are 20 gallons, so 2 20-gallon full and 2 32-gallon totes full. So there you go for the day. Not too bad. We're gonna fill this room all the way up again. Notice the gloves. I ran out of beard thingies. Now I just got to carry all that back over to the other building and weigh it and mark it all down. Come back, weigh the stock, mark it all down. I have no idea. Yes, 104 gallons of herb in. It was probably, I don't know, we'll see. You can never say how much is in there, because you really don't know until you get it knocked back and put into the curing process. And even then, after a week of being either in totes or being either in jars or in the black mylar burp bags, you're still going to lose grammage. So what concerns me is it makes absolutely no sense to weigh any of the product except for when it's wet and in full plant one time. And at the end, when it's dry and cured all the way, then you weigh the stalk, stem, trim, and flower. And it gives you that equation. But the state making us go in between all these points and do it is just crazy. It's complicated. I have no idea. I've never shipped to Australia. I don't technically normally ship overseas. I never have before, but Yetis make exceptions. We're already continental. It'd be really cool to be international. That'd be neat. That's why I got to get the company. Yeah, I have to. The state that I live in holds me to every gram. They actually hold me to every gram. So while I'm on the farm, I'm not allowed to smoke product. Yes, I'm not allowed to partake in product. I have to go to the dispensary and then therefore purchase my own product. Um, just a whole bunch of stuff. So, I mean, it's part of it. It's all good. No, Benny. I have to go outside of the building. In other words, I can't be in the field toking, and I can't be in any of the buildings toking. I can be outside at the work picnic table or under the oak tree over here out with the cows, and I'm fine. But if I'm in the building or out in the field working, yeah, that's not something. And I'm a medical patient even. I have a card. Well, I don't have a wallet on me, but I got my card. I have a medical card in several states, actually. Cheers, CK. You just missed the massive 30 clamp breakdown that we just did. But I will show you the remnants of the battlefield. So yeah, here you go. I mean, it's pretty basic. One day of the week, I'm doing this. The other day of the week, we're trimming out, fine-tuning product. The other day of the week, I'm maintaining the field, which I'm maintaining the field every day, till about 10 o'clock at night. But the other things have to be done in a process, or you just lose all track. And you can't lose track with what I'm doing. That's the thing. I've said it a few times, and I'm not bashing or putting down anybody or saying anything to anybody about their grows or what they do or how they do it. But I'm not over here growing 10 plants in a closet or in a basement or 40 plants in a closet or a basement. I'm growing hundreds of plants on rotation every month and harvesting hundreds of plants month after month after month after month after month, because I run a business. I run a medical business. It's part of, it's just the way they make you do it. And that's fine with me. I'm all about following the rules. I've got just piles and piles of, like you said, red tape to go through every day on a daily basis. So even when Yeti's not growing or he's not getting his apprentices lined out or running a trim machine or tumbling product or pressing product or making edibles, or we're doing the footwork or going to the dispensaries and getting the products out there, I'm sitting at home or in my office doing hours and hours of paperwork. So this is not a dumb man's game. It's not something you just jump into. I wouldn't even if you had $50,000 that you just wanted to blow, I'd just laugh at you, because that wouldn't even get your foot in the door here. Yeah, the outdoor, I learned a lot this year, Ben. And by no means am I any close to being some kind of Jorge Cervantes, who I idolize, by the way. Jorge, if you're watching, dude, talk about history of cannabis. You want to talk about history of cannabis? Go check out Jorge Cervantes. This man, not only is he a promoter of the Mary Jane plant and cannabis and the medical cannabis and the recreational cannabis and the use all around of cannabis, not only for commercial but medical and industrial uses. He has marched more times for cannabis than anybody I've ever seen. He has fought and basically devoted half of his life to people in prison sentenced for cannabis, pushing, paying their lawyers, taking care of their fees, making sure they get commissary, getting their names in High Times magazine, putting their names in the books that he writes. This guy is an all-around amazing guy. Now, I don't know him personally, but I know that he loves cannabis. To me, that's very important. So, I mean, but not by any means. I'm just a guy doing it the way my grandpappy and my dad showed me, and my uncles and my best friends and my people that I know that love me have taught me how to grow. That's all I'm doing. So in my personal opinion, if you're growing cannabis, you're doing a good job. I don't care how you're doing it, why you're doing it, for what reason you're doing it. If you're growing cannabis and you're teaching cannabis, you are awesome. Teach away. Do not let social media break you. Do not let social media poke you out and tell you that you can't do something. If someone comes along and tells you that you can't do something in social media, move to another platform and see if you can do it there. You'll find your group, you'll find your crowd, you'll find your community. And those people will back you, along with your friends and your family. It isn't about being legendary or being a master. Those things, to me, are an all-around thing. Like my friend here, Mr. Ben. I mean, this guy's a world traveler. He makes it a point to go out and see people across America. He spent his life doing what we do, working hard and being hard and making sure his kids and family and everybody surrounding him is taken care of. Just an outstanding guy, killer cannabis grower. He really keeps it really secret. Him and Cookies, those two guys, they've got some secrets, man. And they're not going to just let them go. You gotta, for me, I don't mind it. If someone's got a question, you just ask right away. But there are secrets to growing this plant, and it isn't in chemicals, and it isn't in jugs of nutrients, and it isn't in your lights, and it isn't in your fucking soil. It's in your fucking heart, and in your people that support you's fucking soul and heart. That is what cannabis growing is about for Yeti. It doesn't have a damn thing to do with all the other bullshit. It has to do with you, the people around me, and the people around you, and the people in your world, and the people in my world. That's what it has to do with. That's what cannabis is. It's the one plant that doesn't separate us. It keeps us whole. It keeps us whole society. It keeps us whole mentally. It keeps us whole physically. It keeps us whole spiritually. And by a whole, I mean all together. Everybody. Cannabis doesn't see color. Cannabis doesn't see sexuality. Cannabis doesn't see those things. And that's why, for me, it's one of the most amazing plants on the planet. It's so accepting to the human being. It's inspiring. It's like going into space or the depths of the ocean for me. It's an exploration of life, cannabis is. It's a cannabis life, a cannabis farmer's life. And like I was saying earlier, gardening and touching the earth and getting your hands dirty and getting in the soil. Oh yeah, Yeti works hard. Getting in the soil, get your hands dirty, saying your little mind prayer while you plant. Those are the things that connect us to everything. Our wild side, our normal side, our societal side, our spiritual side, our mental side. That's what it is today. Anyways, I will stop going on about how much I love cannabis. And I grow cannabis, and cannabis grows me. All of me. Anyways, I apologize, everybody, if I went on there for a minute. It just really upsets me that social media, along with other elements, would attack such an amazing plant. Maybe it's because they're afraid of it. Yeti's afraid of scorpions, but I kill them on a daily basis. You know what I mean? I don't like them, but they're there and they do their job. But if they get in my path, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to either get them out of the way, and if they won't move, I'm going to take care of business. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Maybe I'm just a nutty, long-haired, bearded guy growing some crazy, wacky shit. But I know what I know. I've lived long enough to know what I know. I will say this. About 2 months ago, all the cannabis community rallied around each other. And it was really cool. Even the people that disliked each other, and the people that still do dislike each other, we all showed support for each other. And after about a week, that all went to shit. So you guys have got one video from Yeti. 2 reasons why. Cannabis community is a rough community. We need more faith and hope in our people in the YouTube community, in our cannabis community. We need more love and support and peace in our cannabis YouTube community. We need to show and exemplify how well this plant does for us, whether you use medically or recreationally, or you're lucky enough to be in a state where there is no laws on cannabis, you can do it freely. We all need to stand together, help each other a little bit more, I think. Just let it go, let bygones be bygones, work through our problems, their problems, your problems, everybody's problems, and make sure that we support each other. There's a reason the hippies were so successful in the 60s and 70s, not only with the cannabis movement, but with the acid trip movement, with the Vietnam movement, is because they were together. They believed in one thing, each other. And that's what our cannabis community needs to do right now, everybody. Everybody needs to go out tonight, everyone that comes into this chat or rewatches this live stream, and go out to your cannabis community, the ones you love, the ones you don't. Give them a thumbs up. Tell them good afternoon or good morning, or I love you, or hope you're doing okay. You know, share their channel out. Show them some kind of, it just turns a person's whole day around when they get a little bit of positive juice like that. You'd be really surprised how it can change a person's whole day. Just an amazing comment like, man, I love you. I hope you're doing okay. Peace out. Flowers look great, bro. Keep the good gardening up. Grow big. Just anything. Just something. Anyways, I've been wanting to get that off my chest for quite a little while. I've been holding back this live stream for a while. I'm not here to tell you what to do or how to be or how to go or how to grow or how to do anything. I'm just here to show you how I do it with my own life, with the way I approach things in my own life, whether it's hunting or fishing, flint napping, or growing mushrooms, or hunting ginseng, or rattlesnakes, or deer hunt, whatever it is, how I do it, and how I was taught to do it. And I would love to see one of your videos on how you do it and how you were taught to do it. See, that's the thing. I would never go into somebody's chat and tell them, oh, that's not how you do that. You suck. This blah, 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 blah. You don't know what you're saying. I would never, ever, even if the person was wrong, simply because it's just bad form to be negative in that way. Now, it's one thing to ask a question as to why they maybe do that way, or how well does it work? Did you get a few more extra grams? Maybe you got another pound. It's better to be curious and ask a question than to be an asshole and get known as an asshole. Awesome, Ben. Killer, man. I'm fixing to go. I might go tonight. I might go this evening and do a little deer hunt and scout. pop a little video out for everybody that's not cannabis related. Really sad I have to worry about losing my channel, YouTube, over a simple plant. But I'm not going away. I'm gonna come back even harder. We're launching nursery this week. We'll have a whole new round of Yeti genetics coming. We got flowers, tons of flowers. We'll be getting flowers out this, hopefully in the next month and a half, some of these Oklahoma folks. I hope everybody's staying blessed, lifted, having an amazing week so far. I hope all your dreams come true and all your prayers come true. Manifest the positive things for yourself in your life. Take time for yourself, but also take time to give a little bit to others. Just a few minutes. It'll do your heart good, I promise. All right, everybody, I'm gonna call it a day. I've got to get this stuff put away, moved over there. Then I got to go out to the field to get more plants. Y'all stay blessed, man. Yeti loves you. Share this out. Hit the like button. Go back and leave a comment for me. You guys are awesome. Peace out. Stay high, man. Work hard. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance. Be kind, be safe, be happy, and be nice, everybody. Peace.